massive six.
He seems to have a little bit of frustration in that from Steve Smith. Maybe a shot in anger. Slower ball before from Carmen Leroux, keeping a little bit low, going across him. On this occasion, standing up beautifully. Helping himself. Look at the finish, the pose. 292 feet. Steve Smith getting into his groove.
Just having a chat with Carmen Leroux. Some business missing in that last game early. But you wonder on this surface, Murray, which has been used. This is the third time we're on this surface. Time will tell how good this knock is from Steve Smith, getting himself in and trying to now accelerate. You don't always get back, you don't ever get back those deliveries from the power play, but if he goes on and gets a big score and they get to maybe 160, 170, I think maybe it could be the right calculation.
Yeah, well, if the wicket is a little bit slower than mentioned, it definitely would be the guy to get to, and all of a sudden you're looking at it and you're going, are we looking at a 160 score again, or are we looking at that 180 score?
Projected scores, current rate is that 160, but he'll be thinking more. Goes again. The wrath of Steve Smith, back-to-back sixes.
Definitely getting into the rhythm here. Smith knows exactly what the ball's going to be doing coming down the wicket. Carmen Leroux's gone to the slow ball, got put away. Pace on. Getting inside the line. Tall boy is Carmen Leroux. It's a little bit of extra bounce, but that is a sweet strike from Steve Smith. He's played that shot so well throughout his career. Again, we said games in the balance, but now the momentum surely starting to get a little bit of momentum with the Washington Freedom, getting into a rhythm.
And they've got that deep cover field. They're trying to force him to hit to the bigger side of the ground. Like that. But Smith is so good and the length not full enough, so he's able to open up into that leg side.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that one person needs to go through, and what that means is when someone bats through the innings, it gives the rest of the batters a platform to come on and play the natural game. That was the first one from Steve Smith. High and long over the wicket, the second one behind square. So using all the facilities he has available to him. He can keep doing what he's doing and just frees up all the power hitters to come. And they do have some power to the Freedom.
Didn't get there, Josh Inglis. But yeah, made some extra bounce there from Carmen Leroux. Nonetheless, 18 from the 9, 79 for 2.
Epic deals this summer at Currys. Save 10% on all Sony OLED and QLED TVs, like this 55-inch Bravia 7 from $1395 for a limited time only. Up to £320 on these Samsung fridge freezers, with oodles of space like this water dispenser model from $449. And save up to £80 on selected Hotpoint washing machines, like this 8-kilo machine, at our lowest ever price. At Currys.
Big jump in that 9th over, biggest over of the innings. All of a sudden that rate a lot closer to 9 and over, which gets them to that 175, 180 mark. Drysdale.
At stages it was a struggle for Steve Smith. He has managed to get a boundary and some few balls when he was tied down, and some of the shots he's played have been exquisite. Reading the play, reading the field, execution on point.
Using his feet, trying to negate maybe a slower surface, but at times, Murray, they've gotten such great starts from Head, from Smith, and then when they get to the middle overs where House and Ratchet or Revenge are back, Jacob Espina at times, they've lost their way in the middle, haven't been one of the better scoring teams in these overs between 7 and 15. So having Smith and Maxwell to come, we saw what he did against Hassan Khan nights ago here. You will think tonight can be a change of fortunes. That one.
Yeah, spot on, McGill. It's so important that now these two have a platform and they can play their natural game. And you mentioned all those names. You've got a Marco Jansen still to come, so there's a lot of batting. Ian Holland opens the batting in first class cricket, so much batting left to come. And you almost feel that when they get to the 10 over mark, they can really, really unleash, put the foot down.
Very good running from Rachin Ravindra. Wanted to straight away as soon as he set off. Bringing a good intensity in these middle overs.
A great intent from Ravindra. You can see straight away, watch the head, knocks it into the gap, puts the head down and sprints that first on. That's the key. You do all the hard work in the first half and get back quite easily. That's a good piece of running. San Francisco Unicorns need to be sharp here.
What do you think of the surface, Murray? I know you were out there having a look. You think maybe it's a case where it could get better as we go into the evening, or is it on the slower side? What do you think?
Yes, I think it's a little bit slower this afternoon. Had a bit of heat on it for the last 2 days. It wasn't used last night, obviously, because it was the day off preparing for the final. They did watch it like they would have if there was a game late last night. Gave it a roll. But I do think it is just a little bit slower than what we've seen over the last 2 games. But I do feel the trend is that the wicket does get better through the night. Potentially a little bit of dew to help the balls get on.
Another 2 here. They will get another 2. So even though they're not getting a boundary with great regularity, still finding a way. Given what you just said about that surface, Murray, I'm thinking about Hassan Khan. When does Corey Anderson decide he wants to use his remaining 3 of Hassan Khan? Because Smith has struggled this season against spin. What a sunset. You could not ask for a better Cognizant MLC Championship game. You could not ask for better weather either. Good change up. First time we really see them go for that Yorker. End of 10. 86 for 2. Very important partnership. Some of the best sunsets in the USA you'll find here in Dallas, Texas. Game at a nice juncture. On the 10. People in today at the Grand Prairie Stadium. First time we've had that many this season, and they've chosen the final to come out for. And Murray, it is hectic down there. Loud, they're having a blast, enjoying the food. It's what you want.
Saw you getting into it, Nikhil, and down to the crowd, but it's wonderful to see all the people coming out to support the championship game.
Straight through. Haris Rauf. Big wicket.
And a remotely speedy delivery at 90 miles an hour. This is what he's known for, Haris Rauf. He's quick through the air, quick off the wicket. And even quicker off the inside edge onto that off stump from Ravindra. Clever captaincy, Murdoch up in the ring. Ravindra looking to go straight over his head, put the fielder up. Just rushing and potentially keeping a little bit low. That's a big wicket for Haris Rauf and the Unicorns. Dangerous. Rachin Ravindra's got to go. 86 for 3.
The following commercial is too tall for TV. The new Buffalo Tower Burger. Chicken, hash brown, buffalo sauce. It doesn't fit. Unless...
Glenn Maxwell, and they've come out to see Maxi. An impressive half-century a couple of days ago against his team. That qualifier, and he'll be hoping for more.
And there's his numbers. Almost 10,000 runs. He's been prolific throughout his career. A strike rate of 153. That is serious numbers. It's an opportunity for the Unicorns to really attack here. They've got mid on down on the boundary. I'll definitely get him in and squeeze a few dot balls.
When he's delivering those Yorkers and executing, he is at his best. At pace too, folks. 89 miles per hour.
And this is what made him so successful in his career, bowling those quick full deliveries. I almost feel that decision making has been a little bit clouded throughout the tournament. Steve Smith is dismaying, punching the bat. That's what we love to see, a fast bowler bowling fast. Rockets.
Here again, he's determined tonight, Harris Rowe. Murray, when I was coming into this game, planning for this game, could not believe he's gone wicketless in his last 7. But think back to all the big finals he's played in. Asia Cup final a couple of years ago, the World Cup final the same year. He's got a very good record in tournament finals. And with that pace, or trouble. Just helped, uses the pace so smartly, Steve Smith.
Yeah, naughty from Harris Roth. Missing his line completely. Steve Smith is so good on his hip. The man is on 49 at the moment. He's going to miss out. Just helping it along, using the pace. We're harping on about how quick Harris Roth is. What they say is the quicker it comes, the quicker it goes.
Livid, one of the smaller boundaries as well, that fine leg boundary, and he's now brought that deep backward square a lot finer. Will get to 50, Steve Smith. A very responsible approach from the captain in a big final, 2070, 2050, to go with 300s. Third of this year's Cognizant MLC.
It's been a good measured knock from Steve Smith, leading from the front. Was tied down at one stage and we thought, oh, the wicket might be getting the best of it, the pitch. The class of the man shining through, knowing exactly when to pull the trigger. Important innings for his team.
Very good from Harris Rowe. Yes, he's been hit for the 6. Come back for 2, Maxwell on the way, but he's gotten a massive wicket, 96 for 3.
Scorecard, a dangerous hit, getting out early today. 5 50s in a row. He's been taking the reins, getting that 50 played beautifully so far. Posts look dangerous. That's just a bit of Maxwell in the middle. Closest is potentially coming.
Right, folks, buckle up. A fascinating 9 overs coming your way. And this is the matchup we want to see. Hassan Khan versus Glenn Maxwell. He's not on strike yet. First, Steve Smith. Why do I say that, Murray? Because you will remember very clearly 4 6s against the bowling of Hassan Khan, all over deep mid-wicket with that slug sweep.
And what we've witnessed from Hassan Khan in this tournament is he doesn't take lightly to batters hitting and get into the contest. He's definitely one of those guys that you want in your team, with bat, ball, and field. That's a mouth-watering contest between the two. And Maxwell known as the big show. Hassan Khan definitely looked to end that show early.
Difference today, though, he's bowling from the other end. So now a Maxwell slog stick will be into the much bigger side of the ground. Probably the better end for him to operate from.
previous match we're talking about. Glenn Maxwell chasing down the total, just taking Hassan Khan down. Played beautifully, hit some big shots. Line don't matter, I'm going downtown.
Yes, yes, yes.
Trying to target that smaller side. You think Murray is brave enough to flight to Maxwell and try to introduce that big slow seat that we just saw? Before we get to that though, Sam Khan working his way up that Willow by Crick Buzz and leading wicket takers list. He's close.
Pushing for two. And decide against it. Decision. Sheffield Rutherford very quick off the boundary. Look, I think it's the way to go against Maxwell. Especially when he's early on in his innings. I mean, that's such a good piece of bowling. Seeing Maxwell go early, changing his line, changing the flight. But I think when Maxwell's early on in his innings and you do tend to throw it up, he gets tempted in so quickly to try and play the big shots, and that's where he gets himself into trouble. But what he has been good at is changing his pace. One gone slow, one gone quick.
What we know is that he will attack spin. Rashid, Noor Ahmad, Harmeet Singh. He will attack them. He's been attacking them and he's been dismissed. 100 comes up. To determine when is the best time to go. The half part of the field, don't think there's any bat on that. Maybe just the pad. End of 12, 100 comes up in the over. 100 for 3.
We're BetMGM. We know that things aren't always gold. That's why we offer you the tools to keep your place safe. Set timeouts to always ensure you take a break when you feel you need it. Set reality checks so you know exactly how long you've been playing. And set deposit limits to help control what you spend. Keep things going with responsible play at BetMGM. Great display of batting from Steve Smith.
Trying to just form the right chemistry with Glenn Maxwell to go deeper into this innings. 8 overs remaining in the innings. Get past score just around that 160 marker. So batting first, Steve Smith might be thinking closer to 200. So Gavaskar.
That should be the game anyway, because with Maxwell around 200 is eminently possible. And the way Steve Smith has opened his shoulders, 52 of 37. Yes, why not? Why not?
A third Cognizant MLC 50 for Steve Smith this season. Really took the responsibility to continue run scoring on the dismissal of Travis Head, his partner. It's been so destructive. As for the boy, sufficiently so far in the innings. They want to finish in a flourish.
Overs left. So we can 47 deliveries. He's going to stand it. Is it going to be taken? Is it going to be taken now? Absolutely. Or was it not taken? It was on the boundary as well.
Teasing the fielders. Seeming to play leg side, the leading edge farm. Because it was a pace-on delivery from Drysdale. It just flew in that deep third area. Ran for 4. Steve Smith has said it will be a major concern for Corey Anderson. So the other batters can come in and play their natural game alongside Smith. And get hold of it. So it will bounce a couple times to Shafeen Rutherford. Where will Washington Freedom finish at the end of 20 overs? The state projected scores suggest that at this current rate they get to 171, but they may well get to that 197, 200 marker.
There's very good chance of that. Maxwell just come to bat, just batted 7 deliveries for his 6. Smith is batting really well and making every ball count for something. And that should be the aim in these few overs now. 7 overs after this one is complete. Or get a run away. So long as this ball is kept ticking. And looking up to see another run over Stadium, Dallas, Texas. Washington Freedom, no hard abilities to bat properly first time around, put a good score on the board, put pressure on the batters. That sounded sweet. Sounded very, very sweet. Steve Smith, he's been peppering that short leg side. His 19th maximum of this tournament. Low on delivery, 67 miles per hour. He's moved right across outside his off stump as he does so often, and then made it into a leg side shot. Drysdale did a fine job in the last match, moving to the middle phase. He's going for plenty. And Smith again, attempting a similar stroke. Very successful with the outcome. That's a biggie. Well, he's got to get his length right. He's bowling in the slot. He's got to now remember and understand that Smith is looking to score as many runs as possible. Look how far outside he's gone. He's looking to aim at the shorter onside boundary. Yes, the earlier wide would have discouraged Drysdale from bowling a little wide off the off stump. And maybe Corey Anderson needs to have a word with Drysdale. Sometimes a word of comfort, a word of guidance helps a bowler in a difficult situation. This final and this championship is all about handling pressure, Sonny. It is. Big game like the final, you've got to be able to keep cool. You will have awkward moments, you will have tough moments like this. And someone like Drysdale, not that experience, needs a hand around his shoulders. Oh! That one went pear-shaped. Will be a no ball. Surely slipped out of the hand of Drysdale, so compounding the issue in this over. A free hit now. And guess who's on strike? Maxwell. Oh yes. Awkward for the wicketkeeper as well. He's left it alone. Squaring umpire has called a wide already. 22 runs. 1 delivery left. Those of you wondering if it's a fast full pitch delivery above the waist, the umpire will call a no ball, and you will see the signal which will lead to free hit being offered to the batter, who eventually gets on strike, as in this case. Initially was Steve Smith, now by virtue of the single, Maxwell takes strike. Reverse court. Fielder had been brought in. That's gonna go all the way for 6. So the most expensive over in the innings conceded, 28 runs from the over, and it's 128 for 3.
This September, bake like lives depend on it. Host a Macmillan Coffee Morning and help us do whatever it takes to help people living with cancer.
Let's do it any way we can.
Let's do it for Dad. And for Hannah. Let's do Coffee Morning. Sign up for your free fundraising kit today. Let's do coffee. Search Macmillan Coffee Morning now.
There's that Manhattan existing in Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas.
white elephant in that graphic. 3 sixes and 2 fours. And the free hit now, Khan. Most runs conceded in and over in this Cognizant MLC 2024. 28 runs. Drysdale not getting it right, being a heavy price.
Well, you look at the leg, it's all pretty similar. That's going to go, and it's gone.
8-6 of the innings. Freedom. Maxwell. 497 sixes in his career, and it's a entity data massive one.
Very brave of Corey Anderson to bring Hassan on, knowing that Maxwell's already Smith is batting so well. But even when he brought him on for the final over of the power play, that was a big risk. It paid off. He got the wicket of Gauss. He conceded 9 runs, all right.
That's a switch again from Maxwell. Spoke a lot about his X-factor ability. You don't often see this stroke from batters in any format of the game. 50 partnership comes up between these two.
They're pretty even. Stevens 22 to Maxwell 28 to Steve Smith. You can't hold to Maxwell when he's in this kind of form and this kind of touch and in this kind of move.
Washington Freedom last 5 overs going at just over 14 runs per over. That's how productive a phase they've enjoyed in this middle period in the innings. You normally see that in the last 5 overs.
You certainly do that, but look at the projected score now. Only instead of looking at 170 or 190, you're looking at maybe 213 and 12 runs and over, 14 runs and over, you're looking at 226. This is what both these batters can do. They're destructive. They are utterly destructive.
That's in the gap, might be 4, yes, runs into the boundary line, so making run scoring look so easy. Steve Smith and Glenn Maxwell, 16 from the over, another biggie, 144 for 3.
The following commercial is too tall for TV. The new Buffalo Tower Burger. Chicken, hash brown, buffalo sauce. It doesn't fit. Unless...
the key with the ball for the Unicorn. Someone has to stand up and be counted. Will it be Haris Rauf?
Bowled really well so far because he's bowled what he's good at, pace. He's taken 1 wicket for 15 in 2 overs. Economy of 7.5. He's been going for more than 9. So 7.5 and a wicket certainly is pretty good going. He's got to keep that up.
Maxwell tackling the short square boundary. Bang! Back past the bowler. Had to take a little bit of evasive action. Haris Rauf.
Was it a catching opportunity? 44 runs were scored on the previous 2 overs. This over begins with 1. It is acceptable for Zinton. Oh, he didn't give a try, yes. It was a catching opportunity. But that's deft footwork from Haris Rauf.
just short of Shafane Rutherford. For a moment he was thinking about diving. Surely been in vain. It fell way short in that mid-wicket region.
Scope to double. Luckily for him, he didn't quite get the middle of the bat.
Very well in the end to stop that from going for 4. So a quiet start to the over. Very different to what we've seen from the previous few overs.
Not a bad over at all. Just 1-1-1. Importantly now, he must look to his ball at 89, 86 miles per hour. Important for him not to think, okay, I'm going quick now. Let me bowl a slow delivery, because unless he gets a slow delivery right, he might go to more than 1.
One consideration for Corey Anderson is probably to return with 1 over of Matt Cummings. The scoop, and scoops well, Steve Smith. He looks invincible with the bat in this innings.
Yes, and he anticipated it really well. He had seen the earlier 3 deliveries. He had seen that he was going to bowl quick. He was looking to bowl the Yorkers, so he gets inside. That is smart batting. Very, very smart batting.
Exactly, he knows that Haris Rauf is thinking about the fast Yorkers, so he's looking to use the pace, not go to contest rapid pace from Rauf.
It's a good comeback delivery. Fast Yorker, 88 miles per hour, not full as it was the previous one. Just the right Yorker, 67 of just 30 deliveries in the partnership.
So he is a nipple on his feet, Steve Smith. Moved across in quick time, got his hands in front of his body, and the response, reaction time, brilliant to watch. Last delivery of the over. Quiet end, just a single, but a solid 10 runs from it. 154 for 3. Nice little momentum building in the innings for Washington Freedom. Partnership of 68, as was mentioned. Few bowling options for Corey Anderson to think about. Wickets a ball already in the innings, 2 in that Lexus power play, and then only 1 beyond. Gives a very good platform for the Freedom to maximize run scoring in the remaining 5 overs. Corey Anderson going with Hassan Khan. Just felt that could have taken a gamble with Pat Cummings to get one of these 2 out and maybe get a new batter in. Starts with a boundary, so pressure straight away on Hassan Khan, and this run flow continues.
Well, they tried to bowl at the pads to try and cramp him for move, but he bowled outside the leg stump, and Smith was able to put it away quite easily. 87, number that the Australians consider unlucky.
Steve Smith's hands, his batting, not as rigid as a Jake Fraser McGurk, and so set and cock in his stance position. Gives him so many options to maneuver the ball offside, onside. Allows his hands and that nimbleness to work for him as a batter. focus with always seems to have that clarity of thought as well. He's not over premeditating and thinking too far ahead. He's staying in the present. He's allowing the conditions and all the necessary pieces of information to work for him. He's got a lot of runs through that leg side. He's find the gap. Maxwell. He's invested a lot in that reverse sweep.
On the rare occasions when he's made a reverse sweep and hasn't got a run. He times it well, he places it well. Not this time though. Dot ball.
That's a sixer. You knew it straight away, and from the moment it left the bat. Maximum.
Yeah, and again a lovely connection. But before that, great use of the feet. Giving himself just a little bit of room because he knew that Hassan was looking to cramp him by bowling at the pad, so he just moved a little bit away. And he smashed it. All right, Maxim.
On the leg side, so he's 6 sixes against Hassan Khan. This Cognizant MLC. End of the 16th. We'll wait for the signal. Leg by, 168 for 3 after 16, that was mentioned, and it's now a strategic timeout.
So, what big Hollywood star did you get for a movie?
I got Mr. Hollywood himself.
Nice to meet you. Well, he's let himself go. And don't flinch. No. It's like Mr. Hollywood never made a movie before. Leave me alone. Sorry, you've got a soggy bottom. Just make it simple. With 2-to-1 cinema tickets when you take out the qualified products to compare the market.
Somewhere, there's a man opening the neighborhood gym early so a kid can work on her jump shot. Somewhere, girls are drawing their own finish lines. Champions are turning into legends. And somewhere, teams are whispering into the ears of the unsure, "You've got this." We believe no journey was taken alone. Toyota.